Alright, hello everybody, my name is Malachi.
I'm Billy.
We're back with another modern commentary video. Tonight, this is going to be the June 6th event.
No, I think it's the 8th.
Is it the 8th?
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's the June 8th event.
Malachi, you're the one playing Jank? Not today, bro.
Oh no. This is this event. Alright, so for context for everybody, what I'm talking about, thank you. This modern event took place after the 12 o'clock pre-release that we had for MH3. And then the previous day I was here drafting and pre-releasing till about, 2 in the morning.
Oh, no.
So going into this modern event, I was just burnt, and I was really excited to play Affinity, because I was really excited with the Capcan and Cannoneer getting printed. And the deck didn't perform how I wanted to, and I was playing bad, and all this stuff was happening.
No, the entire, just like all the wrong things are wrong. Looks like we have a turn 1 Ragavan from Alex, famously good against Affinity, right? You know, Midnight loves that card.
Yeah. Yeah, and Ornithopter gets to block it forever, so.
Wait, no, it doesn't. That's an O2, dog.
Oh well.
Oh, well. We can see the strengths of Malachi's play starting very early in this match. Second Ornithopter.
The second Ornithopter. The
third Ornithopter.
It never mattered. It never mattered, Billy.
Frog, this game looks to be over. How can you beat such awesome power on turn 3? Ooh, we're counting. This is Kappa Cannoneer mana, right? No, it's...
No, we're one off.
Well, one off.
One off of Kappa Cannoneer mana.
It does look like Thought Monitor mana, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, this is Thought Monitor. Throw it down for Malachi. Counterspell, never mind. No fun for you.
Yeah, so for anybody who doesn't know how Affinity works, Affinity is an ability on some spells that say it reduces the generic cost of the spell for equal to the number of artifacts you control.
I hate to interrupt here, but we have a new card coming down, Tamiyo. I've seen a lot of this popping up. Looks like this is just an Murktide shell, I guess is the title of this.
This is, is it Murktide?
Wondering if it's closer to like the Is It Wizards builds we've been seeing.
Yes.
Okay, playing Flame of Benor, Snapcaster Mage. I don't think Tidebinder makes those. I think
so. I believe, given that this is a modern event being held almost directly after pre-release, a lot of these decks that we're going to be seeing tonight are kind of just clobbered together what we got from pre-release, like what cards we could actually fit in, what we were trading throughout the night to try to get these decks put together.
It's like, what did I open today that looks funny?
Yeah, so I believe Alex here is not running a complete list, like what you would expect to see in an actual Is It Murktide list as of like with the commentation of this video. So this is more kind of just like a hybrid deck of MH2 and then a few newer MH3 cards.
Yeah, Affinity doing a very good job of gumming up the board currently. Tamiyo just gets to smack in for free, assert dominance, Grazer with flying, ladies and gentlemen. We officially have that. Get to make a clue every time we attack.
Yeah, the power creep's crazy. Grazer with flying that investigates. Insane.
Really messed up. I don't know how we got this here.
Alright, we are throwing cards around, obviously casting something.
Casting something. This looks like the boy Kappa. I can't imagine this resolves. There's no way, right? Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. I was like, nah, there's too much mana open. Like, this can't work. Wondering if Alex is going to be drawing a card on the end step. Yep.
I believe Tamiyo is whenever you draw your third card for a turn, she transforms?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, very, very cool card. Really messed up with Brainstorm. Unfortunately, don't have access to that in this format.
Yeah. I know with the current decks that are running Tamiyo, the 3 cards is not a difficult feat to achieve.
I've seen Grinding Station picking that up. You have a Bauble, you have a Clue. You're getting there as fast as possible.
All right, Monkey hits an island. Always lucky.
Really feeling like you wanted that, you know, after missing your land drop for about 5
whatever.
turns.
We're playing Affinity. Who needs lands?
Yeah, you're right. Who needs lands? Everything's free at this point.
Yeah, so, in your opinion, Billy, where would you rank Tamiyo on power level for the cycle of flips Planewalkers for the MH3 set?
So I definitely think Tamiyo and Ral probably sit up as the best. Ajani maybe neatly beneath them. Tamiyo might just be hyped up because she's blue, though. The new Ajani has been doing a lot of work recently. Ral is absurd, as we all know. Ruby Storm has popped up on the format and is just being like, hello, you either play hate for me or you die.
Okay, so there's an interesting interaction happening here that I'd like to explain to the audience. So, what a lot of people don't know is that any type of moon effect, so this is Harbinger of Seas that just entered the battlefield, saying all non-basic lands are islands, and lose all other types. Or not all other types, but
Yeah.
they only tap for blue. Now,
I do believe
with artifact lands, they do not lose being artifact lands under a moon effect.
True.
Because
It's a
artifact
super type,
is a
I think.
super type.
Yep.
So, just like how the interacting with Urza Saga works, whenever the Blood Moon enters the battlefield, Urza Saga doesn't lose that it's an enchantment saga.
It just
becomes a mountain saga with no counters on it, with no abilities.
Well, no, it has no abilities.
No
It sacrifices
abilities.
itself, yes.
So it sacrifices itself. So it kind of works out in Affinity's favor here that I can play artifact lands and kind of like be like, oh no, a
I don't
moon
care,
effect.
dog. What a shame.
Anyways,
Interesting to see main deck of the, I guess, affectionately called Flood Moon.
Blue Moon.
Yeah, I think this card has a lot of play in the format. Would love to see it show up more. Why? Oh, we're tapping this for blue. I'm stupid. That was a scalding turn. Tune with the tune the narrative here. Make 2 energy, draw a card, another powerful card coming out of MH2 to facilitate the energy shells. We've not seen other energy cards from this list so far yet, though. Right?
No, I believe there might be a Gavek discharge or two in here. I don't actually remember much of this night, if I'm being completely honest with you.
I mean, pre-release in MH3, Modern will do that. The format is wildly different at this point.
Limited in MH3 right now is crazy. I'm not a big limited fan myself, but playing MH3 was just a blast.
Looks like Alex going to flip his Tameo here, drawing a 3rd card of turn off of this clue. Powerful new Planeswalker. I'm pretty sure when she upticks and says creatures deal 1 less to players and Planeswalkers that are attacked you control this turn.
I believe it's only if you attack planeswalkers you control this turn.
I think it's also players. I think you also just get negated once. Yeah. And then has kind of a regrowth effect for instant sorceries in the yard as a minus. I'm not sure we'll see an ult here, but we could. The ult is just peer into the abyss, and you get a maximum hand size. It's kind of crazy. It's like Malachi's picked up a treasure vault here.
An artifact island.
Definitely wanting a thought caster, a thought monitor at this point. But we are kind of just smacking Alex down with a ton of boys. All going at Tameo. I have a feeling Ragavan will be dying for his country here today. Looks like the Flood Moon is also trading out with the Frogmites. Some deliberation whether or not we want to sacrifice Ragavan. I definitely think I'd be letting the Ragavan go before the Flood Moon, as the Ragavan is very unlikely to ever connect again.
Alex tapping a red mana here, yeah.
Oh,
Here's
there's
that
the
Galvanic
Galvanic
discharge.
Yep. So we have 2 energy banked up already. I assume we're spending 4 here to kill Sojourner's Companion. This still looks like lethal on the Tameo, though. I'm not entirely sure why we dedicate that many resources just for the Tameo to still die.
Maybe just be mana efficient. He might have had a plan to blow up that at the end step anyways.
Oh,
Remember that the Tameo traded, so the
true. So it doesn't lower the toughness of the creature as well, though. They just bounce. So that was a 1/2 Frogmite attacking into a 2/2 Flood Moon. This makes a lot more sense. I figured we were trying to trade.
might be dead.
The Frogmite's definitely dead. Yeah. It's okay, guys. New cards. We'll eventually get there. This Ragavan connecting despite everything I just said in my entire life. And by that I mean this Ornithopter is dying for its country. Draw for turn, another land. Love to see it from Malachi.
An untapped artifact land.
Truly broken. I feel like we should have that. You know, in fact, artifact duels, what could possibly go wrong with that statement?
It's so fine. I think Affinity should get an upgrade.
Honestly, like, I'm not sure why you just don't have an Arcbound Ravager for 1 mana yet.
Now, I will say, one of the weaknesses I found with Affinity in this current format is I was playing against Affinity, and I was playing my Titan deck that I'm running. At the time, I was running 3/6 main board, and I was running 2 Haywire Mites on my sideboard.
Oh, no.
And I was able to consistently exile my opponent's lands. So
Definitely with Haywire Mite coming back, it looks a little rough for Affinity. Also, just in this scenario here, like you managed to put 8 power into play. You had, I think, 12 or more, but
Yes.
we can just work through it. Like, it's not currently enough to get the job done, and then eventually we will just draw out of it. Deck's obviously very powerful when you draw multiple of the Thoughtcast effects to keep going through your deck, but sometimes you just have draws like this.
Well, you saw on an early turn there, Alex countering the Thought Monitor. Those are usually pretty backbreaking because Affinity likes dumping their hand onto the battlefield to get your artifact count up high, and then you kind of like snowball from there, draw some more cards. Now, a card that I stand by probably almost being required in current Affinity builds is a card called Forge the Anchor.
Oh, yes.
It's a blue and 2 sorcery that says, look at the top 5 cards of your library, you put any number of artifact cards from among them into your hand. So it's pretty vital currently for Affinity builds because relying on a 5 mana draw 2 and a 7 mana draw 2 is sometimes just not good enough.
Exactly. Forged Anchor, definitely an interesting card. I remember playing a lot of Pauper Elves. Lead the Stampede's messed up, and we just gave it for Affinity. Looks like we have Ragavan fighting up a Mirror Enforcer, flipping a Frogmite. Alex, funnily enough, can cast this for very little effort. So here's a Frogmite coming down for Alex.
I believe he,
Ooh, Second Tameo is very good as well.
I believe he tapped an extra mana there. He has 2 treasure tokens, if I'm seeing that correctly.
I think so. The Ragavan curse here happening. Always hitting a spell, and you're always drawing a land afterwards. It always feels great. Getting a chump block here on the Mirror Enforcer from the Frogmite.
I am not losing this game due to a lack of trying. I can tell you that much for free. I've got in every turn.
This Mirror Enforcer, I do believe, is attacked at least 9 times. Another 2 Daenerys coming down. We are now able to flip this Tameo this turn, if we so desire, which I'm pretty sure we definitely want to, as it could just regrow the best instant sorcery in our graveyard. Looks like there's... Is that energy? 5 energy?
4 energy.
4 energy. So we could just draws a Midnight. Looks like we could just regrow the bolt to clear this Mirror Enforcer here, or the energy bolt. Or maybe just leaving the clues and not going to flip the Tameo. Just like a DRC.
You can clearly see the board dispersity here.
Yeah. There's definitely been a point where we've fallen behind.
I think this is that point.
Should be a pretty short walk to the finish line here for Alex if we can deal with this Mirror Enforcer at the moment. Chooses to uptick instead of picking... Oh, are we picking up? Oh, we're counting Delirium.
Yes. Yeah, we took up the Tameo this turn.
And another land off the top from Malachi. Just,
Unlucky.
It feels like we're thinking about packing it up here. Oh, okay. Take another turn. We do, in fact, have plenty of time here. 12 life versus a 1-1, a 1-1, and a 2-1 is not bad.
I think I make a saturation of artifacts here. I'm pretty sure I dump my mana into that treasure vault.
Oh, and just... We have now infinite mana. We're really just looking for any kind of payoff at this point.
Yes.
Stable Amulet as well, Alex. I'm seeing everything but my boy Raptor. Where is Amped Raptor?
Where is the Ampter?
He is amazing. This assembly is going to be very hard to beat from here, though. It has access to functionally 3 cards.
Well, at least we're not playing Good Storm. So that's cool.
In a turn, make... God, how many treasures is this?
3, I believe.
Only 3.
I don't know. I tap my mana card. 1, 2, 3,
Definitely
4.
can't only tap one of those.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So 3. I'm making 3 treasure tokens here.
Okay. Now let's untap and draw a Thought Monitor and hope it resolves. Come on. For the one time.
I think I have unfortunate news for you, Billy.
No, Malachi. Let the dream live. You don't seem too excited about that card, but you are picking up your mana. That might be good for us. Oh, we have a spell. I mean, that's not
That
a bad
synthesizer is
one.
pretty good. Too
Yeah.
bad it's not resolving.
Oh, God. Well, we tried at least. The question is can Alex wrap this up before we eventually top deck again? Or will we just keep being sad?
Whenever you're in this position against control deck, you're top decking. The control deck is drawing an infinite number of cards at this point. This is normally when you should
Probably
concede the game.
For time's sake. It looks like Malachi looking through his sideboard here. Interesting note, as we just saw a Gigantha that did not appear to be revealed at the start of the match.
Like I said, Billy, it was a terrible night. It looks like we are casting a Murktide here.
That will most likely close
I think
out
this
game
game
here.
might be over.
Just a little bit.
Oh.
How big is...
This match was one of my favorite plays I've ever seen happen of all time.
Okay.
And I will explain whenever
Okay.
we get there.
I'm very excited now. We have another uptick. Ooh, we have a downtick from Tammy to pick up the Galvanic Bolt. Are we just going for lethal here? Have we finally seen the line? Well, let's see if we can get Delirium, or if we already have it. It's not clear.
Oh my goodness, man. It's the second time I've paused the video.
Get it in for 4. Flips the synthesizer. Would have definitely liked to draw on that for turn. I have a feeling. Yeah, okay. That's enough for Malachi.
Yep.
Give me back my Midnight. Come here, opponent. Give me my shit back.
Somehow the Ragavan player always gets my good spells and never my bad
It
ones.
truly is like that. Days of playing Titan where I would just have bounce lands drawn after flipping Titans off of Ragavan consistently. Looks like both players keeping...
We're drawing some cards here. We'll see how it goes.
Ooh, keeping 6.
Down to 6.
I saw a Synthesizer, a Saga.
I saw a pretty decent hand.
Looks like a Darksteel Citadel as well. This is a pretty strong.
Oh, we got the turn 2 synthesizer play.
Ooh, gotta love that.
Which there's like no way it resolves, right?
I mean, like, you're looking at exactly Spell Pierce or Force Negation. Ooh, turn 1 Monkey. Once again, just feeling like I'm back in MH2 days. Fetching a basic mountain, that's got to put some some alarm bells going off in your head about your Saga's life expectancy.
It'll be fine. Yeah, there's the turn 2 synthesizer.
Incredibly strong draw from here. Now we just need to have spells to back it up. Does Synthesizer have an ETB?
It sure does.
Oh, it got forced. Oof.
Yes. Yeah, there's no shot that spell resolved. And if it did, this game would have been factually actually over.
Second Ornithopter here. Honestly, are we playing around turn 2 Flood Moon here? Are we blocking with this Ornithopter? I feel like we have to, right? We need at least one construct to play this game.
I always block
Yeah.
the Ragavan.
I always block the Ragavan. I respect that. We got a Stable Amulet coming down here from Alex. So as long as we should be able to get a construct out of this Saga, should be able to help us play this Ragavan. Picked up a tapped artifact land as well. This Ragavan, once again, after turn 3, no longer connecting for the rest of the game. Spinning 2 energy to activate, and it looks like a polluted Delta is exiled. Like, sir, I have a blocker. Would you like to reconsider your options here?
I shall point at the Urza Saga and
I would like to
direct your
make
attention to the
a
2 counters on
5/5. Okay, playing a second amulet instead. We've reconsidered. So we're getting a 5/5. We're getting 2 7/7s out of the Saga currently. We gotta be feeling pretty good outside of a dress down from Alex. Oh no, don't look at me like that. Exile looks like a Steam Vents.
Yep, construct number 1 definitely going into construct number 2, grabbing probably Springwood Jump, quite possibly a Memnite, to be honest.
Honestly, Shadow Spear is not a terrible spot.
Yeah, Shadow
here,
Spear is
right?
also not bad at all.
Yeah. I think we're just here. We're in the process of, I want to get this game over with as fast as possible. Don't give them a chance to draw out of it. But it looks like we picked up a Mirror Enforcer as our draw for turn, which I'm pretty sure we can cast. Just pretty sure that's a free spell at this point.
Yes, it is a free spell right now. After grabbing the artifact off of the Urza Saga.
Mm-hmm. So how do we feel about Brotherhood's End currently?
Meltdown is now legal. I know.
Meltdown is also legal. Yes. Relic is also not a bad shot.
You know, Relic makes a lot of sense here. Maybe I boarded that in, and maybe I'm actually smart.
He's learning, boys. But Alex, no fear, did not crack his fetch land in response to that Saga Trigger. Said, Pithing Needle me if you want. I don't care. I got a land over here underneath this amulet. I do not give a shit.
I don't think I boarded in Pithing Needle in this matchup, if I'm going to be 100% honest with you.
That's also fair. I'm used to Needle being in the main deck.
Yeah.
Playing Scales up to MH3 kind of spoiled me.
Yeah, now later on with this format, realizing how powerful Unstable Amulet actually it is, probably Pithing Needle would have been correct in this matchup, just to name Unstable Amulet, but...
Or maybe the Tamiyo could also be another shot here.
No, that's true.
Bashing in for 8. Exiling a card from Alex's graveyard.
I made the motion that I attacked Alex with my Relic of Progenitus.
Ooh, we are fetch shocking on instep. No, why did we lose that much life then?
He miscounted the...
Oh, the artifact count for the
okay.
construct, probably.
Looks like we're fetching a Thundering Falls. Definitely looking for something like a Dress Down, Brotherhood's End, Meltdown as Malachi so effectually loves.
I hate that card.
You get to keep it. You get to keep a Mirror Enforcer.
I
You
would.
get to get the Mirror Enforcer.
Mirror Enforcer would get to stick around.
Island to the graveyard.
Literally the rest of my board, though, would go away to a Meltdown right now.
Not your artifact lands, because they are indestructible.
They are
They
indestructible.
they cannot take that from you. Oh, we're tapping for 1 mana.
That means Treasure Vault dies.
Oh, no. Looks like we played a tap land and cast a Tamiyo instead. So we are facing
This game
down.
is over.
Yeah, we're facing down quite a lot of power. This is either the most well-telegraphed dress down known to mankind, or Alex is in a lot of danger. Taking a draw off the Relic on his 7. Lava Spur Boots the pickups another.
I love the card Lava Spur Boots. Let's talk about that.
Tell us how you feel about Lava Spur Boots, Alex.
In Affinity, that card is absurd. Because you can grab that thing off of an Urza Saga with a Kappan Cannoneer on the battlefield. Oh, looks like I won this game.
Yep, I think you had Picker Poison, sack the Tamiyo, and attack for lethal.
Ah, yes. But yes, so you can grab it with a Kappan Cannoneer on the battlefield. You can grab the Lava Spur Boots off of Urza Saga. It enters the battlefield, triggers the Kappa,
and then you just smack them for large
You can equip
numbers.
it and then just go in with it. Also, notably, with the Construct game plan, on your opponent's turn, you can create a Construct, and then on your turn, you create a Construct, fetch for the Lava Spur Boots, equip it to the Unsummoning Stick,
And
the
attack for at
Summoning
least a billion.
Yeah.
Always
So,
guaranteed a billion.
Lava Spur Boots in Affinity, or really any Urza Saga deck that you just have an extra slot that you're running in your deck. Like, if you care more about the protection, because Lava Spur Boots goes Ward 1.
Ooh, for more Vault.
Yes. And then it also gives haste, so sometimes you can run it as a replacement to Shadow Spear in some decks. But, a very interesting card.
I gotta say, it looks like we're having a debate over Fomori Vault versus Darksteel Citadel currently. I think it really depends on the context of the hand, but I think I would like the Citadel a lot more normally for the affinity count.
It's true, but you also got to think of the matchup that I'm currently playing.
Sure. Just
More
longer,
of a,
longer
grinding matchup. Maybe I care more about the late game than I do about the early game. And also the big debate there is with the Fomori Vault is if that Harbinger move hits the battlefield, it turns into a non-threat.
Sure. Looks like no 1-drop from Alex here, which is kind of crazy considering we're playing 8 unless you board out the Ragavance on the... I'm casting a Tune the Narrative on stuff. A card I think I'm not valuing enough, definitely. Tune the Narrative seems very playable in a lot of these shells. Like, just kind of low impact.
I mean, it's effectively an op that enables energy. Like, you lose the Scry to gain the ability of gaining energy into your mana pool and drawing a card.
True.
Like, you play Overchase Daredevil because you have to, not because it's a good card.
True. I don't know, man. Galvanic Discharge is a messed up card. I feel like it might just enable the energy package on its own in some ways. Next up,
Well,
Take the down.
ooh, another MH3 card coming in. We have the backside of Steep from Stupor, I believe. It's the MDFC counterspell.
and bounce spell.
And bounce spell. It's actually more of an Aether Gust, actually. Right,
Yes.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, it's more close to an Aether Gust. Urza Saga, no artifact lands here.
God, that was a fantastic draw. You gotta love Urza Saga. Looks like we have a basic island in our grip to be able to back it up as well. No plays from Alex outside of this tuna narrative. Must be a very permission-heavy hand. Saga loves to see that. 100%.
Alright, so definitely run the untap land here so I can start making constructs.
Thinking about something on end step. Besides just go into our upkeep and draw. It's just turn 4 Ragavan. Truly powerful magic here.
Turn 4 Ragavan into the construct.
Truly powerful magic.
I feel
Thought Monitor is a great pickup, it looks like.
I'm smelling a dress down here.
True, but I think you can't afford to play around it. Just make my lads. Answer them if you can. Plus, if you have a way to make an untapped man, you can get a Springleaf Drum here and punish Alex for waiting by just casting a Thought Monitor. Or a Thought Cast.
No, we're playing some new cards today.
Definitely curious to see what happens from this point, because Alex is very far behind. But, I mean, there is 2 blue open.
To be fair, these constructs aren't as big as you think they are.
I mean, like, they're going to be 4/4s.
They are 4/4s.
Oh, they're going to be 5/5s, sorry.
Yeah, they are 5/5s, but they
And-
could be 7/7s.
True, but Affinity's very good at spiraling out of control with, like, 1 mana open. So they could get much larger here. It's like Springleaf Drum is defined from Malachi. We're shuffling up, thinking about our next play. I'm almost certain I saw a Thought Monitor picked up for turn.
Yeah, Thought Monitor is in hand.
Artifact, tap land. They're now 6/6s.
So the big thing here for Alex waiting is on cast, I cast this Thought Monitor,
And then
and
they
then
dress down in
he
response.
dress downs in response.
True.
Which is just backbreaking.
True. Yep, there is the dress down. Do you remember when everybody thought this card was awful? Good times. And then we realized Urza Saga was nuts, and it became absolute
And
format
then,
staple.
you know, just making creatures lose all abilities till
pretty
end of
good.
turn is very good. I mean, it stops Titan. You can stop Yawgmoth for a turn. Like, there's a lot of things you can do with that card.
Humility with Flash that cantrips for some reason. Very good card. Not sure.
Give Death Shadow players their credit.
Oh,
They were playing
yes.
Dress Down from day 1.
Our judges also remind us, don't forget, dress down means 13/13 of Death Shadow.
Sure does.
Another new interaction we've been seeing is, y'all like Null Drifter? I like scamming Null Drifter into play. That seems pretty fun.
I mean, the new cosine to memory is the best way to be scamming a Null Drifter into play right now.
Looks like Ragavan connecting exiling a Darksteel Citadel. Sure, Malachi loves to not draw that card at this point. I think we're pretty good on Arana. Kappa the draw for turn.
There is 0% chance that this Kappa is resolving.
Look, man, you gotta try, okay?
Oh, absolutely.
You gotta put the fear of God into the control player.
Shout out to all of my control haters out there. Never play around it.
Never play around it. You can't be afraid that your spells be countered. Just jam. They'll run out eventually. Kappa coming down here. Oh.
Into the bin.
Traded 1 for 1. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. This Ragavan, what's it gonna hit? A Memnite? Who cares?
A Memnite. Perhaps a,
Now, if we do hit a Kappa here, this might be the funniest way. Okay, another Darksteel Citadel.
can't lose.
Alex plays land for turn. We are just playing MH2. Ragavan is gonna go to distance here.
Alright, we're tapping for a blue.
Ooh, Thoughtcast, very good.
Thoughtcast does not resolve. You love to see it, boys. You love to see it. Yeah, Alex, notoriously an extremely good control player. Whether it be that Alex is very lucky or he's just a very skillful player, who knows? Who's to say?
Mostly skilled players do get lucky because they play to their outs.
So true. I'll tell you what he's not lucky about: hitting Darksteel Citadels off that Ragavan.
No, this Darks is very good at hitting him. Another land here from Alex, like 2 cards left in hand. At some point, he's got to run out of spells, right? Like, we're just hanging out.
So true.
Really connect from Rag. Looks like Ragavan's coming in, debating on blocking with your Ornithopter here, it looks like.
Just trying to make sure my artifact count at this point is getting fairly low. So
True.
maybe losing this Ornithopter is not good.
Instead thinking of bouncing with Aether Spellbomb.
Bouncing the Ragavan, I don't know why I did that.
We're going to chalk this up to me being tired. But it looks like no other follow from Alex, just the Ragavan has come back down. Synthesizer, very good pickup
Ooh.
here. Can we see a powerful spell resolve here? It's on
no,
the stack.
It is.
It has resolved. We are scrying. We are in there.
Holy moly.
Now what? I didn't think we'd get this far. You have to put something crap on top, right? Because the Ragavan's going to smack unless we're blocking with this Ornithopter.
I think that's also my thought process.
We appear to be weighing Kappa versus Ursa Saga. I gotta say, I think I'm choosing Kappa here. Makes a construct, comes in, pretty gross. Oh,
No, I think
no,
we-
Malachi.
I think we put the Urza Saga on top here because we want the Ragavan to hit the Urza Saga.
I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense.
There's logic in that statement. Whether it is good or not, I have no idea.
I mean, like I said, I think the Kappa is actually more value here. It only plays worse into a counterspell, which the Synthesizer just resolved, so we're assuming he doesn't have counter magic.
Oh no, he absolutely has a counterspell in his hand.
God, brother, no.
No, Alex once again proving that he's
Alex
a very good
generates
control
a
player.
counterspell
Yeah.
into his hand every time his opponent casts a spell.
Yeah. So he
Leave Kappa on top and block with the Ornithopter, aren't we one short of
I believe
casting
so.
the Kappa?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not blocking.
But then they steal the
No, they're
Kappa.
getting the Saga. We're not blocking. Yep, there's your Saga. Oh, discharge on the Ornithopter is probably the worst case scenario.
Did I just put an Urza Saga back on top of my library?
I do believe you did, but the Ragavan's not connected yet. That was one step. Now the Ragavan connects.
Here it is.
Now the Saga's gone forever, and now we're drawing a Kappa that we can't cast.
I don't believe we're cast. I believe I
Did we-
bought
did
him.
we
I
bomb the
bought him. I
Kappa?
bought the Kappa.
Come on, bomb the Kappa. That's another spell that we cannot cast.
Yeah, we have.
We are killing it out here, folks. Fanny,
One.
very strong.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are 1 mana away from casting this.
Also appears to be time and round. So turn 0 should be popping up on our screen somewhere here.
Unless you guys grab those.
Okay, well, it's turn 0, folks. Alex Gilmore, don't think this Ragavan's going to get there in 3 turns, gotta say. Going into turn 1 when...
I don't believe this is time for Modern. I believe this is time for the pre-release. Yeah.
God, Judge, we really need notes on that.
You know what my notes are? You guys talking about it.
We're talking about it.
Also, didn't I say pre-release players? That's time now. Yeah, okay.
So how's the pick your poisons feeling in your hand currently, Malachi?
We're almost there. Really need to relax. I'm getting jittery for this play that's about to occur.
Alex keeping on top of the surveil land is never a good sign. Spag Ragman, another land gone. Forever.
Get bent, Alex. Only lands for you.
That Ragavan has actually not hit.
Get your own spells, please. Honestly, kind of cringe.
All right, we're
that's
casting a
Murktide
Murktide
region.
here.
Oh no, the pick your poisons are gonna be good. You're not gonna go pick your poison on this man. There's no way.
I sure am not, but... Alright, here it comes. It's about to happen.
Alright, basic island to pick up. We can officially cast Mirror Enforcer. Okay. Oh, we were activating Memory Vault. So I assume we're discarding the Enforcer. Interesting. Okay, goodbye. So are we looking at the top 3?
Yeah, I'm trying to count right now. I'm really bad at it. Yeah, we're looking at top 3, putting 1 into the hand.
I will say I've never resolved the effect of this card yet.
Yeah, so it's pay 3, discard a card, look at the top whatever cards in your library.
We did not just pick up a Ritual Memnite, did we?
All right, here it comes. Here it comes. All right, I
A
play.
dog,
I
sack
play
a
a pick
creature,
your. I play pick your poison. Creature, sack a creature flying. Alex is gonna respond here by paying a blue out and casting a dress down, so that his Murktide loses all abilities, including flying.
Oh!
Which means on resolution of the pick your poison, Murktide no longer has flying.
I love Magic the Gathering.
And it is just such a big blowout for me here.
I mean, we do have a follow-up pick your poison at least, right? If we can somehow
sure.
not take 2 damage here, I think we get to play the video game. Oh, he has finally hit a spell. I think that he's literally free. Who is the affinity player now? All right, so if we have a way to pick your poison and play a spell that triggers synthesizer, we can still play the game here. Malachi, I gotta say, you don't seem like that's happening. You're kind of quiet, sitting here smiling a little bit.
I don't remember what really happens this game. We're discarding a...
Sojourner's Companion.
You're casting a Sojourner's Companion.
Okay. Trigger, make a construct. Alright. Now we have to pick your poison for the Murktide. If there's a backup dress down, this will be my last commentary video. Oh, we're in there, boys.
Yippee.
Alright. Yippee! Alright, it's actually we're looking pretty good for the affinity side this time now. And then Alex just really rubs it in and draws the Brotherhoods in.
No, he's definitely going to kill me with his unstable amulet.
Oh my god, no! No! Not like this, dog.
Yeah, so
That's attune the narrative. That's not good. Go to 1.
the reason this is like one of my favorite plays. It's one of my favorite interactions that has happened to me so far playing Modern, because it was so important that I did not take damage from that Murktide that turn.
Like, we're in such a good spot that Murktide
Yes.
never hit you once.
Yeah, and if that Murktide would have never been able to hit me, I even had the 2 pick your poisons backup. The fact that Alex was able to secure the fact that that he got to get in for that one time with that Murktide ends this game for me.
Does Surmori Vault require you to discard a card?
Yes.
Brother, what's happening here? Oh, we figured it out. And just like that, Malachi disqualified from the event. That Midnight look a little sus in play now, I gotta say.
So we're fixing the game state. Right?
Yes.
So, those 2 cards are the cards on top of the library?
The cards were known on the bottom, I think.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because we had scryed at some point.
Yeah, scryed with the synthesizer.
Yes.
So we knew the cards on the bottom. So we are shuffling the cards that we don't know to fix looking at extra cards.
Okay. Our judge is filling in on what just happened. I assume he'll post-process put some nice notes in there for y'all, and if not, then it'll just be a complete mystery.
No, I legit didn't know what was happening until just now, so I didn't put any notes.
Yeah, and so basically, just so I'm louder and more close to the mic, yeah, how we fix this issue is Affinity doesn't really have many shuffle effects in the deck, so we just had to track that. We made sure that the knowledge we had was we knew the cards on the bottom of our library.
From the
synthesizer scry. So remove those cards from the bottom of the library, shuffle the rest of the cards to randomize the order. That way we have no knowledge on what's on top of our library anymore.
Anyway,
and that's kind of...
Alex is going to play any spell with this amulet, and we're going to laugh.
No, he
Come on. Land.
Land.
Literally anything.
One time.
Literally
One
anything.
time.
Hey. Oh, no! Does he have a spell in his hand?
He does. He's going to cast this
No!
for 0 and counterspelling his own spell. It is over, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
And this is why Meltdown should be in this format. Affinity too good, just getting slaughtered by literally everything.
It got beat by a 2-mana artifact if Malachi had played Meltdown.
So true. If I would have played the symmetric Meltdown, that ruins my
Round
board
2,
state.
we have Thomas Lee versus Michael.
Okay.
Ooh,
My Titan deck
versus
my
Goblins.
Titan deck was inspired by Lee's deck that he brought in.
Okay.
Prepare you guys in advance. There's some bullshit in this match.
Oh, we've just been informed there's some bullshit going on here. I'm excited for this. I can't tell if that's good bullshit or bad bullshit.
We'll find out.
Oh, we'll find out, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to figure out who's on the play here.
Remember, everybody, this is pre-release weekend,
Oh,
and
no.
Magic players notoriously can't read
Oh,
cards.
what happened with Nantuko? It was Nantuko, wasn't it? I know what's going on. I know what's about to happen here. Looks like Goblin's keeping 6. Mycosynth Garden's Amulet. Ugh!
Holy moly.
Me and Malachi love this shit right now. Oh, the most cursed Bloodstained Mire has finally returned to the stream. God. We really got to get Peditto some better cards here. Shifting Woodlands.
As a thumbnail.
Shifting Woodlands coming down here from Thomas. No turn 2 play. Probably just copying an Amulet here on Instep. Could you imagine the upset if we just have an Abrade in our main deck?
Meltdowns are real.
Meltdowns are a real Magic
Main
card.
deck meltdown.
This is why I'm playing Ruby Storm. Can't melt down the Grape Shot for 20 in your face.
They printed that MH3 card. It's the green and red 2 and like X spells. You get like 2 towards your X spells or something like that.
Oh god, I have no idea.
It's a bulk rare.
I
Don't
don't know
even
what
take it
that is,
seriously,
dude.
but yeah.
Roshin.
Yeah, Roshin.
Look, man, if it's not a Flip Walker or some broken Eldrazi, I don't know what's happening.
If
right
it's
now.
not Ral or
If
support
it's
for
not
Storm,
Ral or Ruby Mestallion, I don't know what's happening. Looks like we have a Surveil of a Boggart Harbinger for the graveyard.
You guys heard it here first. Ruby Stallion is now the #1 deck in Modern.
Absolutely fantastic. Stomping Ground shocking in here from Dio. Are we looking at a turn 3 Goldfish? Do we got a Snoop? That's a main deck Mass Vandal, brother. What's happening to the format right now?
That we also get to hit because we surveil the creature into our graveyard.
I'm in complete agony at the moment.
Still have an amulet, it's fine.
Yep.
I could have 2 amulets, and that's what matters. Okay, think about our turn now. We're a little upset that we don't have, access to infinite mana as we wanted to. Valakut. Pass. Gotta wonder what's going on in the hand if we don't have a bounce land to a Dryad or anything here. Or maybe we're just taking a slow Snoop. Showing us some Mog War Marshal. Very, very solid Modern staple right there.
Very solid Goblin staple right there. Yeah, playing the fetch land after playing the Snoop, real smart. True. I know Michael's been playing Goblin since like forever, so, and I know he plays it in Legacy as well.
Nah, we shot that deck. That deck's not playable anymore.
What happened to the Legacy deck?
They shot the sticker Goblin. It's the only thing making it playable.
Oh.
Infinity making goblins playable in Legacy.
It was very funny. Turns out, by the way, you should just be playing Stompy.
This proves to me even more that I know very little about that format. Even though I played Legacy and Moto, I still feel like I know nothing about that format.
Buddy. The only thing you need to know right now is Grief pitching a black card, reanimate. Okay? That's all you gotta know. It's about as good as you're gonna get.
I'm just trying to throw my hamster at people.
I recommend EDH. Going into turn 4 here for the Titan player. No spells outside of Amulet. This could be a very quick lights out.
I actually have a pretty funny story about Legacy Moto while we're sitting here
waiting on
people to play. Legacy, hyper competitive format.
Very
super powerful cards. I was on Show and Tell a lot whenever I was playing Legacy, and I was in the mirror.
Okay.
And my opponent cast Show and Tell.
Did they learn what happens when you also are playing in Show and Tell?
They put in to play an Ornithopter, said GG in the chat, and then conceded the match. And that is probably one of my favorite interactions that has ever happened to me in Legacy. That was awesome. Okay, more context for it. This was game 2.
Okay.
So
are they on like some weird spike brew? Like,
no, game 1, he played Show and Tell.
Okay.
Into an Emrakul.
Okay, yeah.
And then I put down a Grizzlebrand.
Yeah.
And then he had to pass the turn, and then I won the game on my turn with my Grizzlebrand.
Yeah.
Noticing that I was the mirror, I think he just gave up. So I think he has a sideboard built for hate scooping, and boarded in 4 Ornithopters, and then played his Show and Tell to put in an Ornithopter and concede the game.
Really looking for the arena time rope at this point here. Tom is thinking very hard about this turn.
Titan player doing math with one Amulet.
We're making game actions. A forest has come down, ladies and gentlemen. Very pretty forest. I will say Thomas is a very pretty set of Magic cards. All right, we've made the land drop. What's the play? Pass. Okay.
We love to see that.
Tank, forest, pass. Ooh, that's a Snoop. All right.
Welcome to pre-release weekend, everybody.
Personally, the absolute moniker of a Titan player is tank, Titan, kill you?
Yes. So Tron players have to count to 7, Titan players have to count to 6.
Very true. Ooh, new card coming in from Peditto, Real Glory.
Sure do.
Because all their cards are like +1s and +2s and +3s. It's almost more like playing Storm and Rituals.
It is. That's why I like it so much. And now I can just play Storm instead. It's great.
You gotta love the turns.
So we are hasting a Snoop.
Oh, can we point out that Storm is probably the best deck in Modern, and John Finkel, who is probably the best Storm player of all time,
What is that
received
card?
his Hall of Fame invite to play in the Pro Tour this weekend.
Hold on, boys. I think I actually opened this card. That looks like that card, right?
Which card? What are you talking about?
That the one on top of his library. No, it does not. I don't know what that card is.
That's okay. So this is the cycle of cards that they print in every Modern Horizons set, where they take one of the staples and slam 3 of them together and go, "This is this card now."
It's 3 Mog Fanatics.
Yes, yeah.
It's 3 Mod Fanatics.
I think it's called Mog Squad or
What?
something, or Mog
That
something.
can't be playable.
This squad.
I didn't say it was
I don't believe them.
No, it's just
That's
funny.
what it is. I didn't say it was playable.
Yeah. So you had the Linoir tribe,
I remember that.
and that was in MH1. MH2, I believe it was.
The 3 healers Hawks.
Yes, the 3 healers.
Oh my
Hawks.
God,
And
yes,
then
it
in
was.
this set, it was the 3
3
Mog
Mog Fanatics.
Fanatics.
Truly, when can I have 3 Grazers stacked together?
Oh my god.
That's not one of those cards.
09 with reach that puts 3 lands into play. Come on.
I
You want it.
need it for Titan. You don't understand how bad I need that card.
I will block your 8/8 Murktide for free all day. We have a Goblin Matron coming down from Peditto here. Probably getting a Boggart Harbinger. I can't imagine we get anything other than say win the game here, to be real with you. But Peditto knowing this deck a lot better than me. Yep. Thomas is looking at getting lightning bolted from Mog Fanatic, I guess, now. The new Mog Fanatic with duct tape attached to it. So, how are we feeling about the fact there's no changes
2?
to any format? They just said, yeah, fuck it. Hang out.
We're on week 1 of Modern, so there shouldn't be any changes.
I agree
the rest of the
vehemently.
formats.
Rude. Legacy needs love, man. I got 2 more months of losing my best cards in my hand. Anyway, it looks like a pass the turn here from Peditto. Going into Thomas's 5th turn. Oh yeah, that looks like a Titan hand. I see a whole lot of action and no mana. Oh, no, it's a Simic Growth Chamber. God, what's about to happen? Back to thinking about Summoner's Pact from Thomas here. Getting a Dryad. Okay. So we're probably trying to look into valid cutting away these Snoops or we die. Is what I would assume what the plan is here. Casting a Dryad. Second Summoner's Pact. Okay, we're good.
What
with
is
this
going
bullshit
on? So either
Is this the bullshit? Is this the Infinite Dryads? Is Nantuko about to come? Yep, that's Nantuko. Okay. Bestow. So we have another land drop. So how this interaction works is whenever a land enters the battlefield, basically you can pay 1 green to copy the bestowed creature with Nantuko's ability.
yeah, and then if you don't, you make a bug.
Yeah, so now we're going to make Infinite Dryad Elysian Groves thanks to the extra land drop that it gives. Now what do? What's the plan after this? Why did we just scoop? What? Peditto, no. You weren't dead. No. Baby, come back.
Yeah, it was on the screen. They
All
were in
right.
haste.
Well, we're in game 2 from an early scoop from Peditto, as they did not die. New cards really do be like that, huh? Oh, how does it get worse? The judge just feeding us info, spoiling us currently.
Yeah, so Nantuko is definitely the new combo card for Titan. I've seen it on roaming around. People calling it Zoomer Titan.
Yeah. The most cursed blood St. Meyer, it's just glued to his opening hand, I swear to God. My favorite play in all of Magic, Crumbling Vestige Grazer, put in a Saga. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna miss that. Oh, that was a meltdown. Was that in our hand? What was that? What just happened? Can I get an instant replay? Oh, we're fetching. Okay. God, this match is cursed. Getting a raucous theater here.
Everybody's running Surveyor lands now.
They're good. Like,
They are
even
good.
Titan plays one now normally.
I mean, yes, they do, but
I don't know, man. I've been debating on playing a second one in Storm at this point because there's plenty of times I just kind of
sure, in Storm, I understand it being in Storm. You don't need
it's a tap land in Titan, dog. It just
you don't need any more than 3 mana in Storm.
I mean, I like mana quite a bit. All right, we're
Oh my bad. You don't need any more than 3 lands. My bad.
I mean, I don't know, man. Storm likes mana a lot. We play rituals.
Yeah, but you don't need more lands for that.
Yeah, true. Arena of Glory coming down again. We have another Snoop. We're setting up for the turn 3 kill. Just 2 ships passing in the night. Truly the best way to play Modern.
Shut up, Bill.
Untapped draw from Thomas here. Saw going up to 2. Takes 4th pass. Are we dead? No, because did we haste the Snoop? Why is that land tapped still?
There was an exert counter on that land, I believe.
Why? What does that card do?
If we had hit Kiki off the top, no, that doesn't do anything. I have no
Why
idea.
did we just... I see what you said. There's some bullshit going on.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Okay. Yo, show me your hand. Show me the boggart. Just show me it. Second Snoop.
Second
okay.
Snoop. He reveals the top card of his library once again. What is that?
That is a Metang.
Is that a construct?
It's a construct.
Okay.
Actually, it might be Metagross. I don't know. It's the Pokemon. Fetching up an amulet here off the saga. I assume we're floating a colorless. Summer's Pact. We're just gonna die. This is looking like death. Okay, we're fetching another. He's not doing it again. Theo, please don't scoop. Don't. Don't scoop. Okay, we're talking.
Except I'm sitting here this time. Which means I'm talking.
Okay. I mean, I will be I'm very surprised that this is what we consider gross, though. Like, this is Titan just does this already.
Yes. No. So new cards, pre-release weekend. You know. So.
Oh.
So.
Oh, but we've already like the cards are in his hand. This game
Yeah.
is
So
over.
notably,
Believe me, I know. Anyway.
Nantuko is not Splinter Twin.
Yeah, this is
Like, so unless there are 2 targets in like known Titan targets that people have played in Titan that win you the game on the spot if you put a Nantuko on it.
yeah.
Cultivator Colossus and Titan. Any other card that you put the Nantuko on is not going to win you the turn that it happens.
No, I'm very confused as to what's happening currently. Why?
Okay. So, the short version is...
Oh, Thomas lost to his pact.
Thomas would have lost game 1 because Peditto had the setup to kill him regardless. So Thomas would have won, or would have lost game 1. So he is functionally conceding game 1.
Okay, all right. So what's happening here is it looks like we figured out that the Dryad wouldn't have killed Tito game 1, and Thomas has agreed to concede game 1. So we're getting a game 3 here. He was not lying when there was some bullshit. Also, that is the wrong artifact. What's going on? That's Nexus. This is not Tron. I expected to see an amulet.
So I know.
Surveil land in the turn 2.
Yeah. Just to incentivize some more constructive conversation here. Let's talk about the new Titan deck. Now that I'm more brushed up on. I've played it a handful of times now, so I'm more experienced with how this deck is working. So for people who don't know how Amulet Titan works.
Oh god, dude, I don't have a time for an essay.
Basically, Amulet of Vigor says whenever a permanent enters battlefield under control, untap it, and it puts a trigger on the stack. And for all your commander plays out there, we love our bounce lands. Imagine if they came in untapped. That's what this deck attempts to do. With multiple amulets, you get to float more mana. That's just the deck. We're just trying to ramp out into big creatures. One of the big ones being Primeval Titan, how it got the name Amulet Titan. Been a deck in Modern for
Solid draw for
since the beginning of time, and it's gone through a lot of iterations. This one specifically is as close as a combo deck Titan that we're ever going to get. Nantuko being able to make copies of literally every creature in your deck, with the exception if you're running 6. So if you have an Arboreal Grazer, you get to make infinite Arboreal Grazers. If you have a Dryad, you get to make infinite Dryads. If you have a Titan, you get to make infinite Titans. And if you have a Cultivator Colossus, you get to make infinite Cultivator Colossus.
True. Worth noting, all of this requires a bounce land and amulet.
Yes.
Once you start applying extra amulets, you start making infinite mana.
Yes. So with the Dryad specifically,
With Dryad?
Dryad and Grazer, right? If you have 2 amulets, you get to make infinite mana.
Yes, because you make
Yes.
whatever colors bounce land makes plus.
Yeah, plus an additional one. So with Dryad, it costs 2 mana to make a copy of it. If you have 2 amulets, you're floating 2 mana every single time you repeat this interaction. And if it's a Simic Chamber, you're making a green and a blue every time. Gruul Turf, green and red, so on and so forth for whatever the bounce line is.
Also, once you float infinite mana, you are able to play out the rest of the lands in your hand, basically.
Yes.
Because you can start creating other concept. Which enables
Yes.
Valor Cuts. The deck is very silly. I'm very excited to see what it does.
Yeah, so with the Infinite Dryad plan, you gain no card advantage is the big thing.
Yeah.
So if you say your last 2 cards in your hand are the Nantuko and the Dryad, there's no way to win from that spot.
True.
So, but with the Titan, if you make copies, you're able to tutor your deck for lands. So that includes your Teleria Wests and your Simic Growth Chambers. Teleria West allowing you to transmute 4 Summoner's Pact to go find the other card that wins you the game. So say you have a Titan, you can transmute the Teleria West to go find the
Extra Titan.
not the Titan, but the
Nantuko.
Grazer.
Okay.
Or not the Grazer, my bad. The Dryad of the
Yeah,
Elysian
either
Grove,
the
which then you can play the Dryad of the Elysian Grove with
And then
all the,
Valakut people do.
and then you can start Valakutting, because the turn that so say we have a turn where we play out a Primeval Titan, put a Nantuko on it, and then play our land for turn.
Mm-hmm.
So we start making infinite Titans, and we have nothing else on the battlefield besides a single amulet. With the single amulet, we can grab 2 lands each iteration, getting
Yes.
additional mana.
Getting additional mana.
Eventually, we stop. We stop the loop. We have no more land drops. But now we have all this mana in our mana pool and a bounced Teleria West in our hand. We can then transmute the Teleria West to go find the Summoner's Pact to get the Dryad. Play a Dryad, which gives us an additional land drop. And then when we play our second land, we just win the game. Because then Titan starts going to get the Valakuts and then putting all the triggers on the stack. So that's how we win with Titan on the turn. Cultivated Colossus, much simpler of a plan. We draw our whole deck.
Yep. This new Shell Titan is definitely very powerful. We can functionally do infinite damage now. This was always something that this deck struggled with. I know back when Heliod combo was very large, it was a very bad matchup for Titan, because you could functionally not kill Heliod after they made infinite life. I can kill you now, dog. Like, this Titan continues to get new toys, even if they're very small splashes in the deck. Here we go, we're doing the line again, so we're making infinite Dryads. Still not plussing mana. Okay, so we're not making infinite Dryads. Why would we not make infinite Dryads?
I believe we did. A thing that I do with this deck is I tell my opponent, hey, I have
Okay.
infinite Dryads, and then usually I put 1 token on the battlefield. Yeah, like
Yeah,
that.
it looks like we have made infinity Dryads.
Yeah. Looks like he is declared a finite number, which you have to do in tournament play, obviously.
Yeah.
You have to declare how many of this creature you're making, so it looks like he made 40.
Legion's End about to go crazy here. Or we're going to... Okay,
saying.
we're sacking.
Rakdos Charm.
Here's a Snoop. Still a chance to win this game, I
It was
think,
a
right?
good deck. Rakdos Charm should be in sideboards.
So, who even needs Titan now? We can ban Titan. I can just play Nantuko Turbo.
Don't ever say that to me ever again.
Look at this. This is every game we have not cast a Titan yet.
To be fair, one of the games we lost the game because we thought this worked. instead
True,
of
but
getting
that was
Titan.
not our fault.
Yeah, Titan, and this deck specifically. Sorry for viewers if we're hammering this home. I'm just real passionate about this deck because I'm
There's also
excited
a
with
lot
the
of dead
upgrades.
time in
Yeah.
this,
So, with this new Titan deck, Titan becomes less of the game finisher and more of the combo enabler.
Yeah, more
So,
of the glue that holds these
a lot of the
combos
times whenever I'm casting a Titan anymore with this deck, I'm grabbing like 2 shifting woodlands or an Urza Saga and a Microsynth Garden. It just enables me to go grab the landsign I need to start doing the combo. Say, like, I'm stuck on empty hand and I just need one more piece. Sometimes I'm just casting the Titan, gather Teleria West in the Sim Growth Chamber.
And then we're just going.
And then we're going off after that.
Yep.
So Titan becoming more of an enabler than a killer. But obviously I still can do the thing. Like, if I really, really wanted to, I could run the one that you were talking about last week, the Mirror Pool.
Yeah, Mirror Pool.
I'd be running Mirror Pool, and even if I really wanted to and make my mana base okay, I could just run the Sun Home combo.
I don't think it's worth it.
I don't think it's worth it either.
It's not even worth it.
To be fair, though, I'm a lazy boy and refuse to pick up new cards, so I don't have the Garrison. I still have the Slayer Stronghold.
We gotta get you a Hand War Balance.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hand War Balance.
Balance.
Which I feel is more correct in the version of the deck that I'm playing, because having one red mana is to give haste is a lot better than having to be like, oh, I have to find a red and a white.
Yeah. So I'm definitely trying to figure out what are we taking about currently, because there's functioning infinite dryads in play.
We're trying to find a line because the Snoop combo kills instantly because it doesn't need to attack.
True, but this,
and even if it did need to attack, but
this Snoop does not have haste. This
correct,
came into play
and
this
that's
turn.
what Peditto's working his way through, trying to figure out if he can find a way to win anyway.
No.
Anyway.
There's no way to make infinite red with Skirk without being able to tap the Snoop, right?
That seems correct.
Yeah.
So, just talking about the upgrade that Michael's running in this Jund Goblin list, because I was actually talking to him about him, with the Arena of Glory, you can give the Snoop haste. So now you can win with the combo on the turn the Snoop comes out.
True.
So
But we didn't do that.
Yes,
We did not do
we
that.
did not do that here. So
Oh yes, technically there is an insect in play as well. Thomas being actually pretty diligent on that. I would have totally missed that. That's a muck.
I also think he figured this out because he's sitting here waiting for Michael to make a decision.
Hey, there's a Kiki Jiki. That's so close.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we put that on top of the Harbinger.
Yes, with the Harbinger.
Yeah, no, I do believe we're just coming to the conclusion that we're dead. I mean, a Magus of the Moon wins because we can't pay for Pact. Yep, okay, alright. And Titan taking it 3-0.
Sort of. So I believe they were correct when they determined that Thomas would have lost game one,
Yeah, he was dead upward.
like just regardless.
All right, we got Gabe Hipp versus Alex Gilmore here. Gabe on Green Tron, and then Alex back on.
Let's go, Gabriel
Izimurtide.
back on the spice. I do love me some Green Tron. Interesting. There's probably no new cards on this list, right? Is this your list or Gabriel's list?
Yeah, no, this is fully pre-MH3.
Okay, so we're on good classic Tron, everyone's favorite deck.
I know how to talk about this one.
I do too. It's so nice. Looks like we're keeping Forest Boseiju Relic map and a Tron land.
All right, so
Ambitious keep here.
2 Tron lands, right?
No, 1 Tron land.
Map
Well,
is a
technically Tron land, yeah.
yeah, so Tron, for
Spawn.
everyone out here who doesn't know what Tron does, anyone new to Modern maybe, all right, what's going on with our video? Oh, just Alex.
Dude,
is
no,
standing very
Alex is
still.
just really thinking about this map right now.
So how Tron works is there are cards in Magic called Tron lands. And it's Urza's Power Plant, Urza's Tower, and Urza's Mine. If you control all 3 of them, then the Tron lands tap for additional mana. The Tower taps for 3, Mine and Power Plant tap for 2. So once you get all 3, you can effectively tap them for 7 mana.
Yes.
So this is how Tron attempts to ramp out. The old Tron list we're running Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger, Wormcoil Engine.
We're still in there, dog.
Yeah,
So
that's
Hunger's
true.
going
I'm
nowhere.
just going off what I know. Wormcoil Engine, and I know that at one point they were running Karn Liberated. I know there was a gap of time where they stopped doing that.
Notably, I do believe
yeah.
this list is on 4 Karn Liberated.
Okay, so
Yes.
if we're running the Karn Liberated, obviously Tron got the upgrade of the One Ring whenever it came out in Lord of the Rings. So that like pretty much since that card got printed, it was in Tron and has not left. Yeah, Tron seeks to get these things out with like stuff like Expedition Map, Ancient Stirrings, Sylvan Scrying, just any effect that lets them dig through the deck to find a land card.
Yes.
And get as many Tron lands as they can. And then run stuff like Oblivion Stone to clear out the opponent's board, because effectively all their stuff is indestructible a majority of the time. So
Yeah, just a bunch of colorless control pieces that all kind of show in. We have a turn 2 unstable amulet from Alex once again. Don't think we've activated it yet.
notably, most control players are a bit fearful of Tron, given that depending on the version of the Tron that they're running, being able to just throw up an Ulamog that sees hunger, get a cast trigger that exiles 2 permanents is just kind of like brutal for control.
Yeah. Do have consigned memory now, though. It's pretty decent.
Yes, consigned to memory, real good.
Notably, a funnel interaction here. Counterspell underneath a stable amulet. It's kind of cute. That thing's not going anywhere. We're hanging out. I will eventually counter your spell and shock you for 1 right now. It's face up. Let's see if Gabriel can't draw a land here. Plays Besagi for turn. We picked up an O Stone. Does this get the counter spell out of Alex? Looks like it does. Trigger Amulet, do 1.
Counter spell that hurts you.
Look, man, I was one of my favorite standard cards ever. Bring back when standard used to play good cards. Now I gotta deal with domain and standard. No, let's play against Leyline Binding.
Yeah, is it Murktide here? Kind of pointing towards is it Wizards becoming a more popular deck in Modern after MH3?
True.
We see a lot of support. One of my favorite cards in MH3 for is it Avert Polarity. The argument whether or not that card is good or bad,
That's
irrelevant to me. I think that card is awesome. Being able to cast it and be like, hey opponent, either this thing's not happening or I'm getting it, which seems real neat.
Flood Moon coming down from Alex. Gotta be feeling real good about that. Okay, we're just picking it up here. We don't feel like getting hit for 4.
I think I talked to Gabe tonight because me and him both had some pretty rough matchups. Yeah, he had no main board way to get rid of the Harbinger of the Sea.
No dismembers.
Outside, no dismembers main board. I don't think.
Interesting.
So he was just like he had like very little outs, and he realized he was playing against control, and
It's not worth sitting there,
Yeah.
honestly. Looks like keeping 7s here. Just turn 1 Ancient Stirrings from Gabriel, taking his. There's the dismember.
Yeah, so now we see the dismembers in the deck, so we know for a fact there. So he has a few more outs. Shows Urza's Tower, puts it into hand.
Always fun. Demonic Tutor for 1 mana is pretty messed up. Do you guys remember when we wanted this card ban?
Ancient Stirrings?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Oh god.
I may be too young for that one.
We got a zoomer in here, guys. It was too much. KCI used to be the bane of the format. Everyone hated it.
What's up with WotC and pointing at cards that are obviously not the problem of the deck and going, that thing needs to go?
Oh, it wasn't WotC that wanted it.
It was the community, buddy.
Players.
That was us. That was our fault.
Much like every other time the community screams about a card, they're wrong. Except Hogak, they were right about that one.
Ancient Stirring's picking up another exhibition map. I assume we're going to see that cast here. Tamiyo looking pretty good at the moment. Coming in for good old 0. Make a clue. Thinking about what we want to be doing here. Just passing up mana, looks like. Gabriel just making land drops, most of them Tron lands at this point. It's getting kind of spooky here for Alex.
Yep. Next turn, Gabe is going to have Tron.
And then we're just able to jam every threat in our deck from now until the end of time. I guess we could see a Flood Moon here on 3 from Alex, which would stunt our problem here.
Yeah, in my experience playing Tron, once you get out that surplus of mana, your top decks become very good.
Yep, your deck just becomes half cards that say draw a card and half game-winning bombs.
Yes. And just being like, I remember playing Tron whenever Ugin's Spirit Dragon was being ran in like pretty much every deck list. And I wish it still was. Ugin Spirit Dragon was probably one of my all-time favorite cards in this list.
Very fun Magic card.
Yeah, being able to just uptick and bolt your opponent just always felt so
Dude,
awesome.
I don't know about you, but just being able to completely exile someone's board for 8 mana was hilarious to me.
Yes.
Sad to see it gone. We got a turn 3 Flood Moon.
Oof.
God, that card's been looking pretty good on this.
Yeah, looking at Gabe's hand, I didn't see anything that got rid of the...
I think we have a 1 ring at the very least, right? Or maybe I can't. I see a Karn Liberated.
Yeah, I see 2 Karn Liberates, a Pick Your Poison, and something else.
Looks like we're gonna be playing fair magic here, dog. We are playing Simic now. I mean, we can't just get a 5th land here, and we're working our way up to it. We have plenty of time. We've taken a grand total of 0
Notably,
from 4 attacks.
notably playing with.
Pick your poison's definitely a choice currently. Oh, it's flying. Haha.
Gets rid of the Tameo.
Tameo dies.
Yes. But notably, Gabe is quite the what us young folks like to refer to as a doomer. He ends up losing hope about a game fairly quickly. I imagine he's looking at this Harbinger of Moon right now, or Harbinger of the Seasons, kind of like looking at his hand and realizing that he can't get rid of it, and thinking that his deck just doesn't do anything anymore, which isn't necessarily true, especially playing against Control. Notably, like
this is a 10-turn clock. I have plenty of time to draw.
Yes.
We're looking at drawing 2 lands, and we're just jamming Karn Liberated every turn. Notably, no red mana from Alex currently. Tune Narrative. Making 2 energy, drawing a card.
Yeah.
The Murktide Reading
good,
should close this game out
good,
pretty hard.
good point out there, Billy. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, we have Blood Moon ourselves without
Yes.
having red mana.
Symmetrical cards are symmetrical.
Oh, let's go, Ancient Stirrings. Let's find this 6th land, please.
Unfortunately, Ancient Strings not being able to find Dismember here is real sad.
True, but you could find an O-Stone, which is functionally a better version of Dismember. Speaking of, there's one right there.
Let's see if Gabe grabs it, though. See if he sees
Definitely
the line.
eyeing this map.
How much mana are we at right now?
We have 4 mana open currently. We can just token a worm. I mean, I don't hate taking a Worm Coil.
Yeah,
too,
that's
to
what
be
I'm
honest
saying.
with you.
So right now he's at 5 mana, right? So he plays land drop. Next turn he's able to cast a Worm Coil Engine, which seems good.
Yeah, this doesn't seem terrible.
Yeah, running out his 1-drops here. Relic's really good here against Murktide, especially early game. Well, this isn't really early game, I guess, anymore. But with few cards in Alex's graveyard, I should say. Cracking. Ooh, there's 1 ring. That seems good. Yeah, not enough mana to cast it this turn, unfortunately.
My only worry is that I think... Oh, that's a 2nd Blood Moon. Or Flood Moon. Still, no red mana.
I think Gabe is in a pretty good position here. Being able to consistently make his land drops every turn has been really helpful for him, especially having that basic forest early game is allowing him to keep casting his Ancient Stirrings, which allows him to dig. That is a winter moon.
Okay, now it's not looking so hot.
Now we're not looking quite great.
Worth noting, the islands that Flood Moon makes, they are still non-basic.
Yeah,
you are not untapping those lands. Oh, it does appear that we have the question about it, though. His lands do not, or at least, definitely some deliberation going on over this. Need to be talking to Judge about it.
Yeah, no, Winter Moon is that the name of the card? Winter.
Yes, Winter Moon is.
Yeah, yeah. Winter Moon says non-basic lands don't untap.
Yeah. Well, no, they do. You untap 1. You can untap 1.
Okay. So
yeah,
it is just
Winter
Orb.
Yeah,
it is just Winter Orb, but only for non-basic lands.
Yes.
Okay.
So we do get one of our lands
untapped
here.
So yeah, we're still not feeling terrible. We can run out of 1 ring.
The problem is we picked up a Dismember.
That seems really good.
That's huge. Dismember on this Flood Moon could enable us to just tap out for a card.
Okay, yeah, so he does tap the forest here. He's casting this Dismember.
Now we need to see if this resolves. That looks like a no to me.
This is getting counterspelled.
That is unfortunate. So now we have to just pass. But we do get access to a full 5 mana next turn. On pass.
Yeah, we get 5 mana next turn. I don't see a world where we don't cast a 1 ring here on this next turn.
I have to agree, unless you pick another Dismember. But the problem is we do know Alex has a backup Flood Moon in hand. So we saw it picked up last turn, I believe, for draw. Alex untapping 2 lands he should not be here, because that is a symmetrical card. Yep, that's a little unfortunate. Alex not knowing how his card interacts with himself as well. Ooh, picked up another land from Gabriel. We
So
could
now,
just slam Worm Coil.
now is thinking whether or not we can slam this Worm Coil.
I think slamming Worm Coil might be better. Be real with you. Because it lets us...
Gabe playing around the Snapcaster Mage here.
Very smart play, honestly. Yeah, it looks like he's taking the option.
6 mana. Wormcoil Engine gets counterspelled.
Another counterspell. Untap. So now we're on a 5-turn clock, and how long is it going to take us to untap these lands? Three more turns.
We get 2 mana next turn. So you get to untap the forest and a non-basic land.
So we're probably passing the turn next turn, unfortunately. No, we are unfortunately figuring out that happened too soon, but unless we fixed it? Did we fix it that turn that he untapped his lands?
I'm not sure. It didn't matter, though, because Alex
it
never
did
ended
not.
up doing anything with the mana in the first place.
Alright, looks like we put up a Sylvan Scrying here. That technically is mana neutral, right? If we go get into the basic. Not good, though. Picked up another One Ring.
We got 3 One Rings in hand here.
Yeah, I think we're unfortunately reaching the point where this might be too much to come back from. I'm almost certain there's also still another Flood Moon in Alex's hand that we've not seen come down.
Yeah, no, there definitely is.
Curious to see why we've not played it to just... Oh, it looks like we're playing it now just to get the clock to be a 2-turn. Gabriel definitely dooming it a little bit hard right now.
There's no way he wins this, he says, with much
Ooh,
confidence.
we've drawn a land. I mean... Yeah, I definitely do think we're a little bit too far behind now for this ring to even matter. Also, we have consigned memory. Yeah, this is... Okay, just scooping it up here. Just some bad beats feeling from Gabriel's side.
Brutal matchup there for Gabe, unfortunately.
Yeah, the Is It Murktide deck looks very cleanly here to beat Tron nowadays. Oh, well, our judge just failed us, and you guys don't get to see round 4. No round 4 for you.
That's fine with me. Any event taking place after a pre-release is always a bit...
5-way tie, everyone.
Oh my goodness.
Jesus God. So congratulations to everyone.
Everyone won but me.
Look, Malachi, you just picked the bad deck.
I did, it's true.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll definitely be looking forward to seeing you next week.
Yeah, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe.
Absolutely smash that bell as well so you get notifications.
If you want more modern content like this, make sure to let us know in the comments. We enjoy feedback, so
Awesome.
y'all guys have a good one.
Y'all have a good one.
And we will see you in the next one.